Hello, guys. Holy hell, this is so gonna be bad. Yeah, today, yeah, we're currently outside and there's freaking flies at like 4 in the afternoon. I don't like almost 5 in the freaking afternoon, and me and my mom both are going to do a Twitter horror story from Gregory 88 or whatever. Here, sorry, I just somewhat got the name. Yeah.
A couple of dorks.
Yeah. And I first heard this story on Rainbot's channel. I think that's how you pronounce it. Back in her video about it was back in 2019, or whatever.
Way back in the day. Quite a long ass time ago.
Yeah, me and my mom are going to go through at least a good part of this story and probably make it a two-parter. Who knows?
Oh, Lord.
I don't know. We probably won't make it a one-parter. Who knows? I don't really know.
Part 1 and part 2.
Yeah. And plus, in some point of the story, there will be an eyeball, and I do not know how to blur stuff yet. So if you find eyeballs detached from the skull disturbing, you can skip it or leave. So yeah, that's a long enough intro. Let's start. Okay.
And it really will not hurt our feelings.
Yeah,
Fucking flies. Oh my god.
yeah, this is not going to have any horror atmosphere. This is just going to be me and my mom laughing.
Because she's freaking out with all these damn flies around and shit.
Okay. Tweet 1.
Oh my god. Thousand out these damn little flying things, man. I'm gonna shove my foot up their asses. Oh my god. What the hell? They have small feet, but I don't think they're that small. So the flies are just gonna really have like a field day with that shit. A fly got some chicks' foot up around. Charlie.
Yeah, first tweet. This is not a not a fancy freaking Twitter thing. I don't want to take snapshots of every damn tweet. Okay.
Fuck. What the hell? Oh man, I'm already itching as it is. Shit.
Okay.
Damn flies. What the hell? No, I do not have Tourette's syndrome. It's really the damn flies out here. What the hell?
Okay.
And my poor daughter's got like this big old chunk of like gray hair. It's like, what the hell at the age of 14? Stress for her mom, like being all stupid and shit. My mom is a girl.
Okay. First real tweet right now.
Ends up standing in the, like right in a thing of like freaking spiders and shit, freaks the fuck out and runs like a damn like a little girl and shit.
Okay,
She comes back out acting like, you know, tough shit. Dude, I was just standing like in the middle of a thing of like freaking spiders and shit.
Okay, chill down. Okay. First tweet. Guess I'm going to try Twitter again.
Oh god. What's that again thing?
It's just wrong emoji.
Oh shit.
Why does watching a horror movie at home feel like a huge commitment? But I can easily watch 17 episodes of Extreme Child Baker Showdown without batting an eye. Tonight, I tried to pay my bar tab with my Movie Pass card, In case you're wondering how my night is going.
Shit, that was bad. Damn, with these freaking flies, what the hell? Holy shit.
The worst part about smelling eggs on the morning train is that you don't know if someone is eating a breakfast sandwich or someone ate a breakfast sandwich an hour ago. Maybe this is the year I finally watch Lost.
Jelly.
This
Dog is eating
this
bugs. What the hell? He's barking it because he's pissed at it moving. Fucking bug, just sit there while I eat you, dumbass.
no, this cocktail came in 2 separate glasses, and I'm very confused. But it tastes good, so I'm not complaining.
What cocktail comes in 2 different... Oh, what the hell? I think it's like 2 different drinks is what it is. Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, you can only have a lot of freaking experience with freaking cocktails.
Shit. Oh my god, are you already drunk off your ass or something, or what?
And
Or
a
you just
picture
naturally
of
high?
eggs.
Oh.
My mama never wanted to talk about him, and I never... Oh, it's a freaking thread. Oh my god, I'm reading it backwards.
Oh, shit.
Just found out my grandpa died. Never really knew him, but still. My mom never wanted to talk about him, and I never really asked.
Oh, God.
Made a new friend. Picture Swug.
Oh my god. Hell freaking no. Holy fuck. That's my new best friend. Dude, your life was pretty damn sad shit. I thought my life was bad. Oh my god. I thought it was bad for having the man's best friend as my best friend. What the fuck?
They all had what the hell? Me and my freaking bad English skills.
Oh my god.
And English is my native language.
What the hell? Yeah. It's really like alien language.
Oh,
Like the
and
first one.
another thread. Also, if somebody's trying to... What the hell?
Holy fuck.
Something weird is happening in the... What the heck? They
what the
had
hell?
different... What in the hell? I am so freaking damn confused. What the hell?
What else is it? What the hell is it? Man, I need to bring a drink out here. Oh shit.
Here.
I woke up, Daddy. And one of my best friends is like a freak looking.
Something weird is happening in the woods outside my house, and I don't know what to do. I
Go check it out.
guess I should start at the beginning. This isn't really my house. It is my grandpa's, but I guess it's mine now. He died a couple months ago, and because of some tricky paperwork, I'm apparently responsible for it now.
Yeah, how come it didn't go to the parents?
I don't know.
God.
He lived pretty far away up in the mountains by the lake. There are a couple other houses down the road, but they seem like they're empty for the season. I assume that they're summer houses. I've been here for a few days, and it's really pretty. Yeah, but it's super quiet and chilly. My mom never talked about my grandpa, and I only met him once when I was really young. I think they had a bad relationship, but the few times I asked about it, she got annoyed and changed the subject. And you thought your freaking relationship with your grandparents were bad.
Shit, mine was good, man. I don't know about this person. Shit.
Yeah, and my relationship is murky.
Shit, man.
So basically, Wait, I don't really know what I'm doing here. This guy from my grandpa's estate basically told me that the house is mine now, so I came up here to sell it as fast as I can and go home. I guess it's not that easy to sell a house, especially one in the middle of nowhere.
Dude, I'd fucking buy it. Shit. It's probably haunted.
Holy hell, no!
By my grandpa's shit. And now I'm gonna be stuck with a relationship that's like a psycho ass woman with a ghost and shit that I'm related to. By my ghosty grandfather.
At any rate, I think I'm alone up here, or at least I was. I figured I'll be up there for a couple weeks to get all this handled, and then I'll go home and be done with it. I'm on break from grad school, so I don't have any other responsibilities at the moment. Oh crap.
Okay.
But
oh my god.
But now weird things are starting to happen. It started on my third day here. There's a little town 25 minutes away, and I gone and get some food and supplies since I don't know how long I'm staying. And I got back that evening, there was something strange on my door. It was this artifact. I don't know what to call it. It's obviously handmade, and it was made of sticks and twine and had small bones tied in the middle of it.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, I'm literally showing my mom the pictures right now. Since
oh my god.
I don't think too much of it at the time. I figured out it was probably a kid from one of the other houses trying to mess with me. So I took it off of the door and tossed it into the fireplace. Yeah, I would keep that damn thing.
Oh no. That was really dumb, man. Just totally fucked with it like another, like, shit.
Yeah, you destroyed something good.
Shit.
Then by the next morning, I pretty much forgot about it. And honestly, I had too much on my plate at the moment to worry about some kid's prank. So I got up that morning, made some breakfast, and went out to the deck with some coffee.
Oh shit.
I was sitting there drinking my coffee when I noticed something hanging in the tree just over the railing. It was another one of those artifacts. It was just like the last one, but it had a rock tied into it instead of a bone.
Drinking a cup of coffee. Kicking back with his feet crossed and shit. How you doing this morning?
Yeah, holy hell. And then almost immediately I saw another one in the tree further down by the ground. I went back down to the deck steps to retrieve it, and then I started seeing even more of them. I found 8 in total hanging in trees all around the house. Some of the artifacts.
Oh my god. Then it was the main one that had like the eyeball right in the middle of it. With the ear attached to the corner. With the finger pointing at me laughing. Ah, dumbass.
Yeah, we're like 14 minutes into the video and haven't even gotten to a small portion of it.
Oh shit.
We're still on one thread.
Oh my god.
They all had different objects tied to them. Bones, feathers, all sorts of things. It was definitely weird, but I was more annoyed than anything, thinking that someone was in my yard decorating the trees with these ugly goth Christmas lights.
Man, they're gonna have some like voodoo shit like after their asses now. Fuck that shit. I don't fuck with that crap. I don't care if I believe in it or not, man. I don't screw with other people's
Like
shit now.
goth.
God damn it, dude. I respect other people's bullshit like way too much, man.
Also, if someone was trying to scare me, it was going to take more than some bullshit
Oh, Lord.
and crafts project to do the trick. I gathered all the artifacts together and burned them all like the first one. I'm so definitely going to cuss.
It's like, oh, hell no.
After I disposed of the stick things, I took a shower, got dressed, and went back outside to do some basic tanning and whatnot. The deck and the yard are
Oh, Mr. Terry says hi. He goes, tell her I said hi.
the deck and the yard are sort of overgrown, and leaves are starting to fall and cover everything. Being a new homeowner is a lot of work, turns out.
What, by throwing away a few things that somebody decorated your yard with? Oh, shit.
And freaking chopping down like freaking branches and stuff because you live in the middle of freaking nowhere.
Oh! Scared me. What a dork.
That's when I found something that actually did make me nervous. I was right in a corner of the yard when I saw something dark on the ground, off in the trees. I couldn't tell what it was from afar, so I went to investigate. White people in every movie. At first, I thought it was.
White people are so stupid.
Yeah, white people die a lot in movies because of their stupidity. At first, I thought it was a blanket, but when I got closer, it looked like a big sweatshirt or a hoodie or something. I didn't want to touch it, but it was obviously clothing of some kind.
Oh, God.
I looked around and realized it was a hole in camp tight. Whatever the hell that is. There were a couple old socks, a pair of what I think was underwear. Gross. A few old napkins scattered around in a plastic spoon, and the creepiest of them all, a beat-up notebook.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, notebook is that scary. Oh my god. I flipped open the notebook, but nothing was written inside. A whole bunch of pages that have been ripped out of it. So I put.
By invisible ink.
So I know someone that has been using it. Plus, you could sort of see the shadow of the pen marks on the most recent page. I couldn't make out what had been written though.
Let's run a pencil across the page and it brings out like the words that were printed on.
Yeah, hey, 2 more freaking tweets in this damn thread.
Oh my god.
Anyway, that definitely freaked me out. It was clear someone was camping out on my property and possibly trying to scare me out of the house. I wasn't really sure what to do about it, though. Oh, what could I do? I definitely didn't sleep well that night. That was the day before yesterday. The next morning, I sort of experienced more weird artifacts to be outside, but I didn't see anything. And the campsite was gone. So I figured it was possibly a homeless person passing through or something.
I touched the notebook.
Holy hell.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry there was a long pause. This woman right here needed to take a long freaking phone call.
It wasn't that long, shit.
It was possibly a good like 10 minutes.
Okay, well, it's not that long.
So yeah. Yeah, yeah, I already read this text, and of course, there's like this tweet was deleted by the tweet author thing, which is a little confusing into this text right after.
Oh my god.
The driveway ends up a ways up from the house, and then you have to track down a path which bends around the side of the house to get in. I was walking around the house when I saw some movement across the yard near a tree. I froze dead in my tracks. Yay.
Oh my god. What the hell?
Hold on, what the hell? Okay. I thought this was the end. What in the hell? I have some weird freaking paying attention or focusing problems. What the hell, dog?
Charlie! Dude, back it off, man! Chill out! Chill out! You're out here to mommy and sissy. What the hell? You gotta chill out.
I thought that was the end of it and turned my attention back to the house. I realized the house had almost no cleaning products, and I needed to pick up some supplies again, and I drove into town to pick up some Linux, some spare light bulbs, and some other stuff, then come home. Oh, okay. Then we go read into the damn text. The driveway ends up a way up from the house, and then you have to track down a path which bends around the side of the house to get in. I was walking around the house that I saw some movement across the yard near a tree. I froze dead in my tracks. Someone was standing under the tree staring at my house. They didn't see me though, since I was partially behind some trees and a good distance away. Whoever it was, they were wearing the same dark hoodie I have seen in the grass the day before. As quietly as I could, I put my shopping bags down next to me. I slipped my phone out of my pocket. I managed to take a couple photos, but the person turned and disappeared into the woods. This is the picture.
Okay.
Well, the person is right there.
Oh my god.
And here's a more close-up shot up to some with people with sort of bad eyesight. Dad.
Shit.
Kira.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I stood there for a couple minutes, too nervous to move, in case the person came back, but they didn't. So I picked up my bags and hurried inside. I picked up the phone to call the cops, but then I put it down because I didn't even know what to tell them. Someone was looking at my house, like any police officer would take me seriously. And like an idiot, I destroyed all the weird artifacts from before, so there wouldn't even be any evidence. I felt there was like nothing I could do right then. I was mad at myself and feeling scared all alone in the house. So I locked all the doors and left out the back, went down to the lake because I didn't know where else to go. I knew I didn't want to be in the house at the moment. I walked a ways down the lake shore, then sat for a while looking at the water. I thought about getting into my car and just going home, but I felt like that would get me in trouble. Here's all sorts of property tax stuff, so I don't understand. I felt trapped. Also, I couldn't decide if I was actually in any danger. When my grandpa died, it took me a couple months to actually get up to the house, so maybe someone was squatting in the empty house. And now that I'm here, they just might leave on their own accord. Me and my terrible reading skills.
Yeah.
Especially, holy hell.
Oh my god. No, it's like hard to read anything off that screen, shit.
Yeah, it was starting to get dark, so I reluctantly headed back to the house. I walked up the stairs, went into the back of the house, but right before going inside, I got a weird chill. I made up my mind that I absolutely did not want to stay in the house overnight. I decided to get into my car and drive into the town to find a motel for the night. The house was all locked up and I already had my keys, so I went around back to the house towards the path and went to the driveway. Then I saw her, a figure from before, standing right there in the middle of my front lawn and staring straight up at my house. I froze in place, completely in shock. I was partially right next to her, but it was almost as she didn't see me. Then it hit me. She couldn't see me because she had no eyes. She had no fucking eyes.
Oh no. Oh. That was her eyeball, one of those things, man. And how she stood up the fucking house?
That just broke the whole entire freaking machine.
Oh my god. I see with my hands. Holy shit.
Just shiny skin over where her eyes should be. And and she had almost no hair at all. I wanted to run, but I felt like if I moved even a little, she would hear me. So as quietly as I could, I went for my phone. I needed some sort of evidence to show the cops. It all felt like it was happening in slow motion. I feel sick to my stomach as I'm writing this, but I was able to get in the video. My heart is racing, and just thinking about this. I haven't been able to watch it since I recorded it, but here it is.
That's a picture of a doll or some shit.
Okay.
Dude, that was weird.
Yeah, I was freaking terrified.
Oh shit.
Still scares me. Holy hell. I ran back around the house, got inside, I scrambled upstairs, looked outside my bedroom window at the front yard, but she had vanished. Remembering it now, it feels like it didn't really happen, like a nightmare or something. I called the cops and explained what happened. I sounded crazy, but they said they will send someone by in the morning and keep my doors locked. So that's where I'm at now, alone, out in the freaking woods. I know I wouldn't be able to sleep tonight. I feel lightheaded and nauseous. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm scared shitless.
Oh god. You wouldn't send anybody out there right then and there. Oh, come on. Now, if it was a female, though, they'd probably send somebody out there right away.
Yeah.
Mm.
The past couple days have been really strange. I also have been I also have shitty reception up here. So I'm sorry for not updating. They sent a police officer up yesterday morning, but I feel like I didn't accomplish anything. I explained everything to the cop, and even took him out to the corner where I found the stuff. But it wasn't all gone. But it was all gone, except for the notebook. And since the notebook is empty, it was basically useless. I feel like the cop didn't believe me anyways. I showed him the photos that I took of the stick things, and he said the worst it counted as vandalism. But without physical evidence of trespassing, they couldn't do anything. Even when I showed them the video, he still acted really skeptical. Frick.
Skeptical.
Freaking hard to pronounce freaking words. What the hell?
Shit. Like
Skeptical.
God damn these flies. Shit.
He kept asking if I knew the person in the video. I think he thought I was pranking him or something. I ended up just getting frustrated. The cop said to call the station if something happened.
Yeah, like I'm dead. Don't fuck.
After he left, I went back and got the notebook from the clearing. Maybe there's a way to find out what was written in the last page. I don't know. Anyway, the cop drove away and I was alone again. It's so damn quiet up here, and all I wanted is to leave, but I feel like I can't. I'm so far away from home that I couldn't even find a friend up here to keep me company. And even if someone did to come, it would take them a couple days. I haven't seen a woman from before, but I feel like she's still out there, and other weird things are happening too. I took a walk around the lake yesterday because I wanted to look at the other houses in the area. Maybe if someone else had noticed something weird. But they were all empty. Every house is totally dark, and there were no cars in any of the driveways. I haven't seen a single person at all except once. Well, sort of. After I came back from the walk, I was out on the deck and saw a boat in the water, way off in the distance. They weren't moving, and they stayed there all afternoon. I feel like they're watching me. Were watching me.
Oh, God.
They actually stayed out there in the same place till it got too dark to see them anymore. Normally, I think they were just fishing, if it wasn't for what happened the day before. And the fact that all these houses seem empty, where did they come from? The boat was gone in the morning, so who knows? I microwaved some oatmeal for breakfast and took it down to the dock near the water. It was weird, but I sort of feel safer down there. The water makes me feel less stressed, I guess. The freaking British pronunciation with the freaking ointment.
Shit. Oh my God.
I kind of feel like time goes by faster when I'm by the lake. It's like what the hell?
What?
It's like
Meditative
or whatever.
Yeah.
Thank you. Any, anyway, I I was actually starting to feel a little bit better about everything this morning. If it wasn't for that thing that happened next, I finished the oatmeal.
Oh my god.
And I was starting back towards the house when I noticed something in the water. What is with me in the British pronunciation of frickin' oatmeal?
Shit.
Oatmeal.
Oh my god. And me and these damn flies, shit.
It was in this little inlet by the shore. It was small and white, and at first I thought it was a brightly colored rock, but I wasn't sure. It seemed too round. Okay, this is the part to the viewers who find detached eyeballs disgusting. There it is, the freaking white dot. It's pretty easy to notice. Probably against my better judgment, I should have took my shoes off and went into the water to retrieve it. It was an eyeball. A fucking eyeball.
Oh my god.
How I freaking pronouncing it is like I'm sort of like tonguely to like try to bore myself out
Shit.
with the cuss words. This has been from this has to be from an animal, right? Please tell me this is from a big fish or something. I threw it back in the water and hustled back up to the house. I washed my hands in the sink, then sat it on the couch for a long time. I don't know what's going on. I can't believe I picked up that out of the water. I still feel gross. And to make matters worse, the boat is back out there, and it shows up again this afternoon. It's just sitting there in the same place as yesterday, and they're watching me from the boat. Okay, got some fan and stuff. I kept hearing things at night.
Yeah, it's called nature, motherfuckers.
I stand out on the deck and I can feel like I can hear things moving through the trees. It's probably just deer or something, but I can't just help imagining it's someone else.
Ugh.
I'm sure I'm making it out to be the worse than it is. Are deer nocturnal? I see them out on the road sometimes when I'm driving into town. I try not to think about it. But last night it was worse. I heard screams. That sounds so stupid to say, yeah, but I don't know what else to call it. I was brushing my teeth and heard something out the bathroom window. I'm sure it was an animal, but my toothbrush was buzzing, so I couldn't be sure. And then this morning, I found bloody remains of some sort. Right in the middle of my yard. It was literally intestines, and they were fresh. I feel like
From the night before. Oh, shit.
I feel like I couldn't post something like that to Twitter. Like, it's going to be a flag if I post it. I don't know what to do. Maybe I can upload it separately and share the link or something. Fair warning, this is pretty gross, so don't look if you're squeamish. I'm sure it's an animal, but what did this? And why was it left in front of my house? And there's a link. I'm not going to it because this YouTube video might be even more flagged than the eyeball.
Oh my god.
and somebody else can check this out. I'm probably going to come back and check it out later after this video.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, sorry, it's disgusting. Anyway, yeah, I scooped it up with a shovel and flung them into the woods. That's always a ways away from the house. I don't know if bears are up here, but I couldn't leave it. And besides, animal guts are the least of my worries right now. I have other things on my mind. I've been trying to figure out what's running in this notebook from the woods. I've heard I had it for a couple days, and I can see faint withers, but I can't make them out. A bunch of people replied and told me to do pencil or charcoal rubbing, but I don't have anything like that. I have found a bunch of pens, but no pencils, so I had to go back in town. It was actually really hard to find charcoal. I really had.
Well, what was the problem about getting a pencil?
I don't know. He finally had some look at this little hardware store. The box didn't even have a price tag on it, so I feel like it has been sitting on the shelf for years. It seems like people in town are starting to recognize me. I don't like it. I don't plan to be here that long, but it looks like I have not have a choice. People are nice enough, but it seems like the kind of it seems like the kind of town where everyone knows everyone. So I definitely don't belong. When I was in the hardware store, these little kids were following me around, giggling and making fun of me. I think they were twins. I couldn't hear what they were saying, but I'm sure they were making fun of me because little kids are jerks.
Oh my God.
I can somewhat agree on that because of Kira.
Shit.
Yeah, this is one of the days where I know I talk too much and my freaking tongue is started twisting up naturally.
Oh my God. These fucking flies!
Okay.
It's cool.
On the way out of town, I stopped at the grocery store, but they were out of something. Damn it! It's hard for me to freaking damn focus now. God damn it!
It's cool, man.
On the way out of town, I stopped at the grocery store, but they were out of some things that I wanted. It seems like they were out of stuff. They'd been out of eggs for a couple days, so I just got some Pop-Tarts and stuff and left. Anyway, the notebook, I actually been putting it off for most of the afternoon because I wasn't sure. I wanted to find out what the woman was writing in it. I can't ignore it forever. I'm going to eat dinner, then I guess I will try the charcoal. I'll be back in a bit. Back up again. Jesus. I did a charcoal rubbing over the most recent page in the book, like people were telling me to. I'm not sure what I was expecting, but I wasn't. It was this. I'm sort of freaking out. They took my eyes pretty much all over the place. What even is this? What the fuck?
Oh my God.
I feel like I'm going to throw up. I need to go sit down. What the hell is going on? I called my mom yesterday. I wanted to see if she knew anything about this place. She said I actually been here before when I was really young. I don't remember any of that. I tried to ask her again why she never got along with my grandfather, but she's so So, frick. Me and my bad how the hell do you pronounce this?
What? KG?
KG. Thank you. KG about it. She grew up in the town nearby, and my grandfather didn't move into this house until after my mom left for school. I guess she never would come back. We talked for a little bit, but my reception here is spotty. She asked me if there's still wine in the cellar. And I told her there wasn't a cellar, but she said there is, down in the basement, off to a corner. And after she hung up, I went downstairs to look, and she was right. There's a bunch of old and neat stuff in the basement.
God knows where that lady lives. She's like the town's witch and shit. The eyeless witch and shit. And she's got like her boiling pot is like boiling kids soup and shit. She's stirring like, it's like, she's brewing like some stew with like kid stew. That's what it is.
No, she doesn't. There's a bunch of old unique stuff in the basement, and behind are some ceiling cabinets. There's a dusty little wine cellar. I can't believe I missed it at first. It's full of wine, and some of it is really old. You would love this stuff.
Shit.
No, Grandma would.
Fuck you. I don't drink alcohol too much.
Yeah, she'll be freaking chugging this stuff like it's no freaking tomorrow.
Oh my god, I got this like ancient.
There were weird wine stoppers all over the place.
Okay, kitty. Hi, brother.
From the looks of this, it seems like nobody's been down here for a while. Poor guy. Dead rat.
Oh shit.
And look at some of these bottles. I don't know anything about wine. I wonder if they're good. Anyway, yeah, at least I have a surplus of alcohol down here to take my mind off how weird things have been lately. This house keeps surprising me. I keep finding weird shit around. There's the poetry, oh my god, property. Like, there's a craft shed in the back, a little ways. Oh, frick!
Fucking Charlie. I'll show you some flies. Oh my god. My battery keeps going down. What the fuck? Charlie, get it! Get the fly, you dumbass dog. And then he eats him.
And what a waste for the trees. It's not that strange, I guess, but I can't help overthinking everything that I see now. Class shit.
What the hell?
What a ways away from the shed, I found this in the middle of a crowing. What is it? Clearly, it's the Easter Bunny.
Oh my god. Holy shit.
None of it makes sense. There is something else I found that I couldn't stop thinking about. There's so much junk around the house, and I'm trying to clean it up. Partly because it helps this place sell faster, but also it keeps my mind off of things. I was sorting through some freaking words that I can't freaking pronounce.
Oh my god. Which one? Some debris.
Some debris. Oh my god.
What are these words that It had like the silent letters and shit. I'm like, what the fuck?
And found these old rusty letters in a pile on the ground, partially under the foundation. And I could see some nail holes on the side of the house, so I think they were on the house at one point. I know sometimes people give lake houses names. I can't figure out what they might have said. And so I brought them inside and weighed them out on the kitchen floor to see if I could make sense of them. But no luck so far. Maybe someone else can figure it out. Okay. Curly morph. Yeah. I've mostly been trying to keep busy getting the house in shape to sell. A realtor is supposed to come up here next week to help me formally list it, which is good because I like to get out of here. But here's something weird about the town down the road that I can't figure out. I've been getting cabin fever pretty bad, so the other day I drove into town to have breakfast and wander around a little bit to get my mind off of things. Okay, sorry if this stuff is a little confusing to you guys, which makes sense. So, yeah, when this video goes, of course, out.
Page, there you go. This big ass plate of food.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll probably leave the person that sort of done this video before me, that I sort of got this idea from, in the pinned comments. I don't know how to leave links in the comment section. I'll probably just leave their name. So yeah, just check out that video because it's much better than this one.
Yeah.
Okay, I saw something out in the woods today. Yeah, I've been trying not to spend all my time at the house since being cooped up all the time makes me feel crazy. Even though it might not be super safe to be out there alone in the woods, it still feels better than being home all the time. God, I can't believe I just referred that place as home. I've been here too long. Anyway, I took a walk through these woods. These woods would be so pretty if I didn't feel like someone was going to murder me out there. And I almost enjoy seeing myself. I almost enjoying myself when I stumbled into a clearing and found something strange. It was a single filthy chair overlooking a ledge. Oh hell.
Cool. Shit.
It didn't seem that creepy at first, but I got a funny feeling, so I took out my phone and pulled up my Maps app, and sure enough, the chair was pointing in the same direction of my house. I was probably a mile away from my house at that point, but it was still weird. It made me feel queasy, and I didn't want to stick around. So I hustled I hustled out of there, but I barely walked 3 feet when I found something else, something way worse. I didn't even know how to describe it. What the hell was this?
What the hell? Like a trap or something?
Yeah, this is like the whole photo. What me and my mom are theorizing. Yay!
Either that or it's a
Freaking witchcraft. Freaking
shit. You know, like a, what do you call it? Like a coffin?
coffin thing. What of the hell?
Yeah, like you bury somebody in it.
Like a child thing.
Yeah, but you gotta see it.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at those fries, man. Those look good. Damn it.
Yeah, my mom is looking at pictures of food right now.
Damn it.
I took a video of it too. It freaked me out, but I was memorized by it. At the same time, I couldn't stop staring at it. I felt like I was in a daze. Hey, bug with the spiders.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Like my mom with her fucking spider friends and shit. Damn it.
It seems like every day there's something new, but I'm not closer to understanding what's happening out here or why. I finally pulled myself away. It partially stumbled away for the rock. I felt dizzy. Hell, freaking my tongue. It freaking feels weird. It feels like halfway to being numb at this point.
Oh my God.
I felt Disney. Freaking Disney. Dizzy. Walking away. I just want to go back home. I started back to the direction of the house. And that's when I saw her, the woman from before. She was standing up on a hill. Frick.
Damn it.
Seemingly staring at nothing. I jumped behind a nearby tree, but I don't think she saw me. I haven't seen her in weeks, but I knew she was still out here. I took a video from behind the tree. I don't know why. It's not like I can't do any good, but at least I have proof that I wasn't imagining all of this. In the full video. Yay.
What the hell? Is that like that lady that's supposed to be like...
Yeah. This is like the main lady.
Okay. That's like weird.
Eventually she left the hill and disappeared into the woods. Once I was sure she was gone, I left the tree and practically ran back home. The whole way back, I kept expecting her to appear and attack me or something. I don't freaking care.
Oh my God.
I don't understand what she's doing out here. Is she a witch? Exactly.
Oh my
That
God.
sounds so stupid, but I don't know how to explain any of this. Those weird stick artifacts, and now she's in this rock thing. It feels like fucking witchcraft to me. Oh, that's a good looking milkshake.
Those are sour than sweet.
So, what the hell?
Sour Patch Kids slushy float today.
Yeah, of course that's something that Sour Patch Kids will make. And who's on the boat that I keep seeing out there on the lake? Like, why is everyone in the town so weird? At this point, I just want answers, and I feel like I'm getting close to getting them. I'm just scared of what they might be.
I thought you were supposed to call me right back, dumbass fucker.
I found out what these letters spell.
Ugh.
I basically forgot about it after finding them outside the house. I put them in the back of the closet and pretty much stopped thinking about them. But yesterday, I found something. There's this little a club upstairs with built-in shelves and a bunch of old books, sort of a mini library. I was flipping through some of them looking for something to read when I came across this little book about wine. Tucked inside, there's a couple old goddamn freaking old, okay, screw it, old-timey photos.
Let me see.
Po-
Oh, Polaroid.
freaking get.
Say,
Damn it.
say polo.
Polaroid.
Okay, say polo and then void.
Polaroid.
Okay, there you
Polaroid.
go. Polaroid.
Damn it.
Or just like say it slower so that way you can get it out.
Frick.
So I just say like, you know, how you say like polo, like the swimming sport thing.
Polaroid.
And then roid is like,
Roid.
yeah.
Polaroid. Frick.
So you say
Me and my
Polaroid.
freaking tongue. Oh my god. I'm going to stick with old-timey photos since it's easier. They were pretty much faded, so it was hard for me to make out what they were. At first, this one was pretty much unremarkable. It looks like it was just a photo of the trees outside. The second one was even blurrier. For a minute, I thought I didn't know what I was looking at, but then I realized it was of the house and the letters I found on the ground a couple weeks ago. The photo was super fuzzy, so it took me a second, but I was able to make it out.
Then that old woman in the black robe was like appeared in it.
Deep Water Chapel. That's stupid.
Shit. Oh my god.
This is so weird. I have never heard that name before. Was my house like a church or something? I spent all afternoon going through all the other books in the library,
It's a schoolhouse.
but didn't find any other pictures. I didn't know what to make of this. I let you know if I find anything else. But yeah, I don't know. Okay. She was here, that woman in my house. Sorry, I'm getting a little ahead of myself. I can barely type. Sorry. I will try to explain. Alright, so I was in the woods out back yesterday when it started pouring. It happened really suddenly, and even though I wasn't far from the house, I got soaked anyway. Yeah, it rained most of the evening. I left my clothes on the by the fireplace to dry and ended up going to bed early. Or I guess it was today. Sorry, I'm still like really waking up yet. Anyway, I had an awful dream tonight. Sorry if I'm rambling a little bit. Sounds like me. I'm still trying to collect my thoughts. Sorry, my hands are shaking. In the dream, I was at the deck outside with a bunch of friends from back home. We were still we're all sitting in a circle. My friend Eric was there, talking about how creepy the woods were. He was saying that the trees were just big black. What the hell?
Silhouettes.
Silhouettes. Thank you. And anything that could be out there watching you and you don't even know it. He was sort of freaking me out, but I was trying not to show it. I know what you're doing, and it's not going to work. You're not going to scare me. And Eric sort of narrowed his eyes at me and says, I bet I can scare you. Something out that about what the hell? Freaking confusing my brain. I bet I can scare you. Something about that, the way he said it, made me uneasy. And I was like, alright, very funny. You can stop now. But Eric wasn't smiling anymore. He was just staring back at me. The whole mood seemed to shift at that point. Nobody in the circle was talking anymore, and it suddenly got really quiet. No sound except the wind in the lake down below. Any trace of joking has disappeared from Eric's face. After a long minute, he slowly curled his head to the side and said, "Is there someone here with us right now who shouldn't be?" All of a sudden, and I was too scared to break Eric's gaze, afraid that I would see something I didn't want to. For a long time, we just stared at each other. Nobody said anything. Then, very softly, Eric said, "Is there's somebody watching you sleep right now, Greg?" That's when I bolted awake. It was the middle of the night. I was alone in my room, but I had this weird feeling that someone just has been in the room with me. I waited there in the bed for a minute, too terrified to move, too scared to breathe even. I'm doing absolutely fantastic reading right now, so
Hell yeah.
yeah, that's the amazing thing of theater. And then I heard something downstairs. At least I thought I did. The house is always making sounds, so I couldn't be sure. I hesitated for a second, then crept out of bed, went down the hall, trying to be quiet as possible. From the second floor landing, I could see the living room and part of the kitchen. Everything seemed normal. I could hear the wind blowing pretty loudly outside, so I figured out maybe I haven't heard anything after all. I tried to calm myself down. I was wide awake at that point and too shaken to go back to bed, so I went downstairs to get a snack or something, or some coffee or something. I had walked into the kitchen and stopped dead in my tracks. The door of the kitchen in the kitchen that leads outside was wide open. Dun dun dun.
What the fuck? Damn, I hate that shit, dude. Like, what the hell, man?
I know. I locked it. I locked all of the doors every night, and even if I forgot to lock it, I know I wouldn't leave the door open like this. The whole kitchen floor is wet with rain. I'm calling a blacksmith first thing in the morning to come and change the locks. Shit. I want to leave, but I don't even know where I would go. I'm alone out here. Should I find a motel? And I'm just realizing my wet clothes are gone. She fucking stole my clothes. I'm not spending the night here. Yeah, so Mom is currently looking through her weeds, so yeah, I'm just gonna let her do that while I read the damn thing. I'm sorry I haven't said anything in a while. I have been staying in a motel about an hour outside of town. When I left the house that night, I kept driving until I felt I was far enough away to feel safe. I called a locksmith, but they weren't able to come out right away, and there was no way I was going back to the house without new locks. So I have been waiting it out here until I can go back. Basically doing nothing, jumping at every little sound and feeling going crazy. Finally, a couple days ago, the locksmith called back and said he'll come out. So I checked out of the motel, got in my car to drive home. It was a pretty long drive back, and the closer I got to the woods, the worse I felt. In my head, I knew I was going back or was wrong, but I just couldn't leave for good. I don't know. I can't explain it. I can't leave. I don't expect anyone to understand. I don't even understand. Anyway, I drove past town, reached the woods, where the roads got worse and harder to drive on. They got twisty as you drive up to the house, and when you have to be careful not to hit deer. I almost always see a dozen or so deer on my way to on my drive, but today there was none. Anyway, I drove past town and reached the woods where the road. Wait, I already done this one. Sorry, it took a long cut there. Not a single deer in sight. In fact, the woods seemed a lot quieter than usual. I could have been imagining it, but something definitely seemed off. I was almost ready to turn around when something darted across the road. It was too fast that I wasn't sure I saw what it at all. I panicked and swerved off the road into the deep grove by. What the hell are you doing?
Okay.
The fact that I panicked to swerve off the road into a deep grove by the roadside. But at that time, I realized what happened. The thing was gone. I had no idea what it was. It was just a blur, but it wasn't a deer. It was red and like blood. Worse, my car was stuck. It's my mom's old car. This weak little two-wheeled drive, and I couldn't manage to get it out of the grove. I sat there for a long time trying to figure out what to do. I knew it wasn't a good idea to walk the rest of the way, but if I didn't, I'll miss the locksmith, and I have either to spend the night in the house with old logs or go back to the motel, which I couldn't afford. I wasn't too far from the house, so it was the most sense to walk the rest of the way and call a tow truck from home. I needed to meet the locksmith. Anyway, so I got out and started walking. Once I was outside, I realized I've been right about the woods seemed quieter than usual. I couldn't even hear any birds. It was dead silent. My footsteps seemed so loud. Every twig that clacked under my shoe sounded like a bone breaking.
I hate that when everything sounds like it's echoing and shit. It's like shit.
I was periodically checking my phone on its GPS to make sure I was heading the right way. I had just rechecked my route and was about to put my phone away when I saw something that made my heart sink. It was hell. It was another one of those artifacts, like the ones I seen on my first day here. But it had one of my gloves tied to it from the rainstorm last week. When I left my clothes by the fire to dry, there were a pair of gloves with them.
Okay. Move on.
I knew that woman had taken my clothes that night, and this just confirmed it. I also knew I finished the rest. I will find the rest of my clothes before I even saw them. Do another freaking around here. Yeah, I found my okay. And sure enough, I found more of those artifacts not far from the first. I found my other glove, my socks, and a banana banana.
Like, what the hell?
Everything from that night expect not
What?
frick
Except?
except for the sweatshirt I've been wearing. Thank you. I am so bad at pronouncing words. I left them alone this time. I didn't want to touch them, and all I wanted to do is go back to the house to get the locks changed and call a tow truck. I started to jog a bit, wanting nothing more than to get away from those stick things. But after a while, I started to think that I should have been home already. I slowed my pace and took out my phone, but it wouldn't select this time. I couldn't seem to locate me on the GPS. Still, I could hear the wake off of my left, which meant if I kept walking alongside it, then I should get to my house eventually. So I kept moving and tried to think about and not to think about getting lost. I must gotten turned around because